I want rock out. All praises. What's I am? Hey, you know, that boy Will in the building. Will to serve it, man. Hey, I admit I'm a sinner, wicked, lustful, thinker, and doer, a liar, and a thief. I am not perfect. I always try to come on and say this. This is my new PSA. I am not a pastor, preacher, deacon. I'm definitely no reverend. I'm just a sinner turned to a servant delivering a message. Yeah, I was just scrolling, hitting the lip block. Hey, I know I got a little hole in my shirt. I ain't tripping about it. But man, when I was just scrolling, I was really walking, and I'm just like, man, God know deep down me, but I know you as well. A lot of people out here. I know a lot of people out here. We have we have a pure heart. God know deep down we want to have a relationship with him. We want to have a strong, committed, distant, obedient relationship with him. But sometimes we allow everything and people around us to distract us or deter us. That's why it's like one of those situations where, man, stop leaning on your own understanding, your own way of thinking, your own heart, because your heart can be deceived. And this is also what I had when I was talking to myself, and I was like, man, don't quote me. I think it's in Sirach. I think. Do not quote me. And for the people who don't know, that's one of the books in the Apocrypha. It tell you, prepare your soul for temptation when you come to serve me. And it hit me, it's like, when you literally want to live for God, or we all like to say we've been called to live for God, we are a servant, we are his children. It comes with some requirements, like your mindset gonna have to change, your daily habits gonna have to change, your heart gonna have to change, your desires will change. And it's like it's a lot of requirements, but it's for the better. But at the core of that, prepare your soul for temptation, because just as well as God, the source and creator of all things, can use anything and anyone of this earthly realm to use to pull you to him, to seek him, to seek his presence. The enemy can use anything and anyone to pull you from God, to distract you from your will or purpose from God. So just with that, it also hit me, okay, with knowing that we have to start seeking God humbly and sincerely, consistently, so we can know for a fact this is of God, this is not of God. Because trust me, things will appear to look good, sound good, but it's bitter, it's corrupted. And it's like, it'd be one of those situations where we wish it was a perfect world where we didn't even have to worry about that. We wish right now in this earthly realm, at this time, you seeing this video and I'm speaking to you, that everybody was pure hearted. We all love the same. We all look out for each other. We would not steal. We would not kill. We would not persuade you. And we was all living for God, the one true God. We all wish that was the case. But being realistic and being transparent, this is not the type of earthly realm we live in right now. This is not that. So with this not being that, we're going to have to lean on God to reveal these things and show us. This is my honest opinion. You may not agree with me. That is what it is, but this is my honest, I ain't gonna say belief. I know. God has always been in all our lives. God has protected all of us from so much stuff, as well as God has allowed a lot of stuff to happen to us. But did you ever think for one moment you separated from him? Did you ever think for 1 minute that you was disobeying him? Did you think for one moment that by my mindset, how I've been living, how I haven't been reading his word, seeking his presence, that's why my life is where it's at now? Because I used to run from those type of conversations, having these type of conversations with myself. I run towards them now. I know sometimes I be getting my mood, because like I'm telling you, every time I come back, it be like one of those like humble beginnings, like reset, be like, ooh, that's me. Don't do that. Because what I'm talking about, I'm finna break it down. When I say that, I'm like, it's easy to look at another person and be like, man, why are they so angry? Why are they so frustrated? Why are they doing this? Don't you know God don't want you to do that? It's easy to point the finger and observe, but most of the times, it let you in on a little secret. Most of the time, God is allowing you to see that in other people because most of the time, that is you. I'm like, what? I kid you not. I'm like, when I sit down and think about it, I'm like, that's humbling. Whoa, I can't do that. It's like, oh, I gotta get away from it. Because when you sit there and observe, I can't speak for you, but for me, when I observe, or anytime I go day to day, I always catch myself reflecting or have a conversation with someone. I'm reflecting when I'm by myself. And I'm like, dang, I do be dealing with that. Man, I gotta, get that off me, God, because I'm not trying to live like that. I'm not trying to operate like that. I'm not trying to always be angry. I don't want to be this person who act like he can't never listen. You don't want to take heed to correction. I'm like, get your stuff together, young boy. Get it together, king. You are a servant. You've been called to serve, man. You've been called to serve God. And most time when you real life been called to be a servant of God, because I'm gonna be real, when I first rose up today and I was laying in the bed praying, reflecting on life, being asking like be grateful and things like that, I was like, man, God, you know I want to be comfortable in life. I want to have money. I want a wife. I want to be a father of plenty of children. I want to raise them right and all other things. But I'm let the I don't know if you can hear me. I'm gonna let the cars pass by. But at the core of everything that comes above any of that, even being a father, being a husband, having money, doing right by people, and all those things, all the things you want to be, that be a real man or a vessel for God to serve. At the core of it, what comes above all that? Serving God. And when you serve God, you're going to want, when you call to serve God, your heart is going to change. So you're going to want to do right by people. You're going to want to do the right thing. I'm glad she came. Yeah, I'm glad she did come. I'm finna have to ask her about that. But you gonna want to do right by people. You're not gonna want to hurt your significant other. You're not gonna want to hurt people. You gonna want to live a good life and stuff like that. You gonna want to. You gonna want to. And I'm finna ask her about that when I see her. No, I gotta make sure she got it. She probably did. Um, me, man, nah, it wouldn't be me if I didn't ask. No, because something had came in her mail and we got it by mistake and opened it. Then we seen like that's not yours. So it's like, and I remember, I'm gonna be real, it was ripped up and I put it in her mailbox. And me being me, I'm like, I don't know how they was thinking. So and when I dropped it in there, she wasn't there. So since I seen her, I gotta ask about that just to make sure we like on one accord. When she get situated, get out the car, I gotta ask her about that. But yeah, our heart gonna want to change. We're gonna want to do right by our parents. We're gonna want to honor them. We're gonna want to pray for people. We're gonna want to try to change for the better. But not just that, you gonna want to be a light in the darkness and ignite light in other people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like none of us are perfect. We full of flaws. We full of flaws. So it ain't no faking or nothing like that. So it's not. And then let's be honest, you can hide from the world and all that. You can't hide from God. God know you a filthy rag. God know you corrupted. God know you deal with lust. God know you deal with pride. God know you lived a life where you were so corrupted that you was doing evil things. Let's be honest. Whether it was at a low level or high level, you were sinning. You were separating from his will and all that. But I'm telling you, long as God rise you all the time, give you breath in your body, trust me. Yeah, I gotta ask her if that's her. Yeah, it is. I see, but yeah, it's like when you just sit there and when you ponder on the, hey, excuse me. Hey, my grandma had got a thing got your mail they gave your mail to her and I put in your mailbox. I said, did you get anything out your mail later that was tore up? Oh, well, I don't know if you checked your mail. My grandma had got your mail by mistake and she opened it, but I put it up in your mailbox the other day. It was like a few days ago. Huh? No. Hey, y'all so innocent, man. That's a blessing. He called me a chicken. That's beautiful. And them some blessings. But man, the kids, right? Man, kids are man, never like the little kids. Y'all heard them if you can hear and stuff like that. But I don't know if the little boy asked me, "Did you come out the bushes or is you talking to the bushes?" And then he turned back and said, "You chicken." I'm like, then they was just telling about their fire truck. I'm gonna be real. I love kids. I'm gonna be honest. Kids are just, I love them. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, it's man, just a, I'm just a filthy rag, man. But hey, all praise to God. All praise to God that He forgave me and He lead me down the right path. And sometimes I constantly don't take heed. To be honest, I be running. I be running from Him. And then also, what's been heavy on me, I be I be harboring a lot of hatred and unforgiving spirit sometimes in me and on me. So like because it's so much that I've been through, even like in my past life, people like talking down on me or treat me a certain way, whether either I did something to get that reaction out of them or the spirit in them and I wasn't doing nothing, just had them do like that. Or to me they did something that I deem as disrespectful. It is what it is. And I'm gonna be real. It'd be hard for me to forgive certain actions. And it hit me deep. I want y'all to do not miss this. Do not miss this. We can't ask our Father, the Creator, to forgive us of all our sins, all our transgressions against Him. And we can't forgive people that we down here on earth with. Whether they your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, your uncles, your grandma, your grandpa, your nieces, your nephew, we have to forgive. Because you gotta think about how it tell you, I could be wrong. I want to say it's in Matthew. Don't quote me. Like I said, I do not be remembering scriptures like that, but I remember reading it. That it was talking about how, I don't know if this was real time or this was a parable. But it was telling you like how one dude had asked God for forgiveness, or asked some dude or person for forgiveness because he owed him money, he was in debt, and he forgave him. That same person that God forgave, someone owed him money, and 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 he didn't want to forgive him, and he jumped back. How you not gonna forgive of his debt, but you wanted someone else to forgive you of your debt? And that's the same like with us. Like we can't constantly come to the Father for forgiveness and actually think He gonna forgive us if we don't forgive others for what they done to us, whether they know what they doing or don't know what they doing. And then most of the time, I ain't realized this. I'm gonna be honest. You're not forgiving them for them. You forgiving them for yourself as well as your Creator. God wants you to forgive. Cause we always like to throw around, oh, we made in the image of God and the likeness and all that stuff. If we made in His image, His likeness, and He forgives, why we don't forgive? That's real tough. Trust me, that's tough. Because some people do things that we'll deem, and you can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. This is what I haven't went through this, but Wallow, for the ones who don't know, Wallow, he's a he was put up. When I say put up, he was in jail for I think 20 years, and he got out. For the last 6-7 years, he been free, and he just been doing, y'all. If y'all know Wallow from $1 Million Worth of Game, he be promoting. He got a book, and he doing that. But this is the point. He talk about so much times like his brother died in their grandmother arms. Someone killed his brother. And he said he was so frustrated with anger, and he was in position and had stuff around him that he could have got dude who did that, you see what I'm saying, disappeared from this earthly realm. But he forgave his brother's killer, and that speak to me so deep. I haven't been through that, but that speak volume. Because one of the highest things someone do is can kill a family member. You can't get that family member back. If a person can find in their heart to forgive someone that took their family member from them, you mean to tell me we can't forgive one another for stealing some money or saying something wrong to us or something like that that's not even on life threatening? If someone can forgive someone for taking a life, if any cause that we have, whether it's just bad energy or miscommunication or something like that, we should be able to forgive. And trust me, that is very hard. But when I see stuff like that in real time, like if a person like that, because that's crucial, if he can forgive, why you can't forgive just because you and so don't think the same? Why y'all can't agree just because, why you can't forgive them if they don't rock like you? Why you can't forgive if they talked at you wrong or came at you wrong and you feel disrespected or feel some negative type of way? It's just real. Like when you sit back and just think about stuff, it just be like, wow. It just be humbling. Like Cause like I said, something like that, God can give you a revelation in someone else's story. God can give you revelation in anything. But it's all about if you looking at it like that, and is you gonna receive it. Cause I'm pretty sure God sent us signs and revelations through everyday life. We probably look past it or don't look at it like that. We don't look at it that deep. Oh, it's not that deep. No, you thinking too deep. No, you're not thinking deep enough. Sometimes that's our problem. We think so surface level. We can't see. We gotta just stop looking with a physical eye all the time. Sometimes we have to start looking spiritual because everything has a spirit behind it and a spirit attached to it. Man, like, but I'm finna move around. Oh, they be dipping, boy. And that's another thing, man. When I be seeing people drive, I be like, man, dang. Maybe I do be driving like that. Maybe I need to be more lit safer, wiser when I be behind the wheel of a vehicle. I'm like, dang, because sometimes, you know, nah, that's not, that's not good, so that's not good. But it was nice talking to y'all for this little time. We finna part ways, so y'all be safe and blessed out there. I love you. Bring it in. Give me a little hug, so go out there and be great. Go out there and serve God. I know it's hard. Temptation all around us, corruption all around, but we don't have no time for excuses. We don't. We've been dealing with excuses for many years of our life when we gonna go against the odds and God gonna be with us and win the battle. That's it. But I'm out. And before I leave, I do need to get something done in my head. Look at my stuff, but hey, we're gonna be good. We're gonna rock out. We'll shake back. Need a fade and everything. So you know what? We might gonna do that today. We really might do that today. Stop being lazy and go and chop us up. Will to serving out.